On this episode, Serenity Ranch.
The people who are successful follow these I wills.
Welcome to Sherwood Dodge Road to Hope. I'm your host, Bianca Jade. Battling addiction is a problem that faces many Albertans. Today we travel to central Alberta to Serenity Ranch in Tees.
The only three options for a person that suffers from the disease of alcoholism is jails, institutions, and death. So I've been in both, and now the only option for me is death. So I choose life, and that's why I'm here.
Serenity Ranch is a residential treatment center for men and women over the age of 18. They stay here for a minimum of 4 weeks, and we deal with alcohol and drug abuse or gambling or behavioral addictions.
This is my 5th treatment center, and I never really felt my steps before. And the steps are a guide to living, and they're a design for living. And here, it was completely different. I was able to really feel the damage I've done to myself and others through my disease. And that was initially by doing step 1 and having someone else read it back to me. That's something different that I've never done before, and I was shocked.
We believe that going through the whole 12 steps is paramount to success. So we look at, the first week they look at steps 1, 2, and 3. They look at their lives honestly, open-mindedly, and willingly. And then in week 2, we get into step 4, where they do an in-depth personal inventory of themselves, of their past. And then in the third week, we look at step 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 9, 10, 11, and 12 are really have to be done outside in the sense, because it's making amends and maintaining their recovery and helping other people. Of the 1,600 plus people who have gone through here, the people who are successful follow these I wills. I started here 8 years ago almost, and part of what I wanted to do was give back what was given to me. I wanted to help other people get out of their addiction and start living a life of recovery. And that's a little bit different than just being not drinking or using, but actually growing in their lives and becoming better people. And that's what happened to me, so I wanted to give back to that.
He's lived it, he's been there. And there was no judgment in anything that I ever spoke to him of.
I may not be able to relate with all the experiences, but I relate very much to the feelings, because I was there myself a couple decades ago. The feelings of rejection, the feelings of failure, the feelings of low self-esteem, not being able to do anything about it. So yeah, that desperate feeling that they have, I can relate to it myself.
I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time. And that's what it was towards the end. Absolute, completely spiritual bankruptcy, physical breakdown.
As part of their step 6, we call it, after they've shared their inventory with somebody we've invited in specifically for that, to hear that step 4 inventory. After that, we march down to the fire, and one by one, they throw it into the fire, and they say a few words, maybe a prayer or a goodbye to their past life in which they can move on. And it's a symbol of the wood changing into ashes and smoke. We want their desperation, their resentments, their pain to be changed into healthy mind, body, soul, and spirit.
You could see the smoke go up, and I just visualized the past going up, because I cannot live in yesterday and I cannot live in the future, because then I'm never living in the moment, which means I'm never living.
It helps me relate to them to see where I came from, so I never forget that. Because addiction is a cunning, baffling disease, and it will creep up on you and tell me it's okay to use again. But the more I hear the stories of our new participants, it reminds me of where I came from.
Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
The last day, just before their graduation, We all march up to the beat of a drum to the graveyard, and they lay their rock, and they've worked on this themselves, so they can do whatever they want on it. Some of them aren't even rocks. Some of them are trees or flowers that they've planted up there. Others might be, you know, a sign that they hang in the trees or whatever. But it's a very symbolic of leaving their addiction here so they can move on in their life of recovery. It brings me an incredible sense of joy. We have a completion ceremony where the families and friends are invited to it. It's just really nice to see the families reunited. The participants take home all the program on an iPad so they can share it with their families, all the videos and all the steps, so that the whole family grows.
I, fortunately, at this age, have hit rock bottom, so there's nowhere left to go but up.
She took a sense of well-being and the ability to stay clean and sober for just today. And if she can maintain that, you know, use the steps, use her program, go to meetings, get a sponsor and talk to them, and openly share what's going on in her heart, that she will do very well. We don't have to stay sober the rest of our lives. We just have to stay sober today.
Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Serenity Ranch continues to offer addicts a peaceful and respectful place to start their detox journey. To learn more about this detox center, please follow them online. And while there, please join the conversation for this episode by using the hashtag Road to Hope. Thanks for watching.